The Swiss border, you could literally hear a bell on a cow. Love that shit. Okay, I'm going this way. Towards San Moritz. And let me tell you my gas half-remembered thing about Switzerland. Like, what's that in there? I don't know. Chances are, if you're going in to Switzerland on a pass from Italy, or mostly from Germany actually, it's not that you're being watched, but you're probably covered by artillery. And that sounds mad when you say it out loud like that. But go check out some YouTube videos on Switzerland's war defences or invasion defences. There is a lot of hidden ordnance around Switzerland's borders. A lot of the bridges or the key crossing points are still rigged with explosives. So if Switzerland is like, nah, don't like this situation, they can blow a lot of the bridges coming into Switzerland so people can't invade over land. In a lot of passes, potentially even this one, there's disguised emplacements up on the sides of the valleys and the sides of the passes, either observation points or places where they have actual artillery. Now, a lot of it is pretty worse for wear, I'd imagine, but they're still there, and there's lots of little fake houses, that have a gun in it, and there's a person who's still maintaining it. And Switzerland in general is still quite, I don't know if paranoid is the right word, but yeah, let's say paranoid. In that, like, if you have a house in Switzerland, you have to have a bunker, a shelter in it. And so people I know who are from Switzerland, you go to their house and then you just, like, you've got a basement, and in the basement there's a secure room because you have to have it for planning reasons. So it's a bit of a mad country in that way, but it all came from during the war, where they wanted to be their version of neutral, which is essentially like, lads, you're actually wasting your time trying to invade Switzerland. And I think Hitler kind of considered it, but I think we can agree that Hitler also considered invading Russia, and he was a bit of a mad bastard in that way. But it's kind of telling that I don't think they ever made any serious attempt, because it's pretty much fucking impossible, or extremely difficult, to the extent that nobody ever bothered. And I believe every so often they have votes to get rid of, all the, can we unrig our bridges with explosives? And I think the most recent vote, not too long ago, failed. Like, they kept them. They kept the bridges rigged, kept all the defences there, and there were, there's a certain degree of, I don't know if pride is the right word, but maybe it is, that it's like, yeah, don't fuck with Switzerland. And nobody has really successfully fucked with Switzerland in quite a while, is my impression. I'm not a historian, but that's what I know about Switzerland. So yeah, I'm pootling in here along the road through this pass from Italy, and I can be moderately sure that I can be targeted. So that's my mad half-remembered fact about Switzerland, as you should go and research yourself. Unexpectedly class. There has to be a better way than motorwaying the fuck out of it. Just get there later. I've been generally kind of very conservative with my distances and aiming for 4 or 5 hours according to Google Maps every day, and I probably shouldn't do that on the grounds that Google Maps tends to be pretty conservative, and also it's bikes. You're not going to take that long. And yeah, maybe given that I'm setting off at like 9 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 hours, like if you pissed it, you'd be there by lunchtime. But I don't be pissing it, and I factor in a stop and what have you, but even still, I'm still well ahead, well not well ahead, but a little bit ahead of schedule. So, yeah, let's see if I can get away with not bothering with motorways today. I don't know what I was thinking. What was I thinking? Right. I have reached the motorway, or the start of what I'm supposed to go. When I'm supposed to go on the motorway, and so I'm gonna stop, get a little coffee, and figure out my next move. Hello. Right. Who's gonna give me a cup of coffee? Come on. Line the fuck up. Don't know if you can even hear me with the wind noise, but as motorway experiences go, this is pretty okay. Pretty fine. Yeah, I pulled up and had a cup of coffee and took far too long to get myself some internet because of course I forgot that my roaming thing doesn't work here, and they were like a $5 a meg. I'm like, no. So I had to piss around looking for an open Wi-Fi network and download an eSIM and get myself some internet for the next couple of hours at least. But yeah, so I'm back going. The off motorway route was a little longer than I really wanted to do today. I might end up going back into Switzerland tomorrow because I'm staying in the place I'm staying, which is technically in Germany. It's north of the Rhine, but I could do some more Switzerland tomorrow, I think, if I'm going out. That's pretty cool. Now, that's me sorted with fine local cuisine. Time to go to the place. 27 degrees. I think I just need to get to the place and then I'll be pretty delighted with myself. That's quite enough motorway for this lazy egg. And I'm 8 minutes away from where I'm staying in Rheinfelden, which is supposed to be a nice historic-y city or town, or I don't know what evs. Right, where the fuck am I going? Oh, Germany, right. Here we are. way. No. Am I going this way? Rheinfelden Sud. Yeah, I am going that way. Yeah, so we'll see what this is like. And I think this is going to be... I'm going to stay here for 2 nights as well, just to sort of hang around the city and do the thing. But I think this is probably my last 2-nighter for various reasons. I think I'm going to start heading to places in earnest after that. Not sure where might that be. We'll see. Alright, here I am in historic Rheinfelden, where I'm going to hang around for a couple of days, make a little bit of a nuisance on myself. Right, that was a little bit of a passage and bikes towards the start, but then mostly just motorway blazing across Switzerland, because I don't want to spend too much time in Switzerland because I'm not made of fucking money, lads. I mean, they got their bit of money out of me just for going on the motorway, and I stopped for lunch and got rode for lunch as well. But aside from that, that's your lot for Switzerland, I'm afraid, on this trip certainly. Yeah. Okay. There I leave yous. That'll do yous. Talk to yous again when I talk to yous. Good luck.